Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kalayim Layel Bashim Yosha, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone GMS who do rule and teach well. U.S. Ambassador to China hacked Wall Street Journal. This was uploaded today, July 21st, 2023 at 7:18 a.m. The cyber attack reportedly compromised hundreds of thousands of U.S. government emails. All right, but Slovakia. Apparently, it's going to explain for itself, but they keep a lot of things hush-hush with it, you know. And I'll, of course, add my commentary as I go on. But let's read this here. The email accounts of U.S. Ambassador to China Nicholas Burns and other diplomatic officials have been breached in a major hack, the Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday. Microsoft, which first disclosed the attack, has pinned blame on Beijing. Citing several sources noted with the matter, the newspaper noted that Daniel Crittenbrink, the Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia, was also targeted in the hack, along with Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo. They're thought to be the highest level officials affected by the breach, which is alleged to have accessed a vast trove of government emails. Though it remains unknown how many emails were involved in the hack, it reportedly compromised hundreds of thousands of unclassified messages. The estimate for the number of emails assessed could grow further, the journal reports, so they don't really know. Which just makes me think of as first and foremost, 2 Timothy 3. That in the last days perilous times shall come, which we know. Us that follow GMS out here, that Yahushai's coming was the beginning of the end, so Yahushai's coming is the beginning of the end, what else am I thinking of here? Yes, and this is a part of it. These hacks. They're just a pretense. Whether this was a domestic false flag operation or a actual external, hack from a China. I think did they already say it was a Chinese hacker group, which Beijing obviously is saying that they have no involvement with that group, which could be true or not true. Who really knows at the end of the day? Either or. This is just a foreshadowing of things to come, possible grid hacks that's going to come upon the power grid, whether false flag or, foreign military operation. It's all going to lead to, the famine of the word and us not being able to, go on these streets, man. As about to preach, the State Department said it could not share details for security reasons, but added that an investigation is ongoing. Let's see here. Okay, so there's no updates with that. Just wanted to double check. The cyber attack was first revealed last week by Microsoft, which said hackers had exploited a flaw in the company's cloud computing environment to access more than 2,000 organizations around the world, 10 of them in the United States. It's unclear if any federal agencies, in addition to the State and Commerce departments, were breached, though the journal noted that Secretary of State Antony Blinken's emails did not appear to have been targeted. Microsoft has claimed the attack was launched by a Chinese-based threat actor supported by the government in Beijing. In a blog post published last week, the company also said the hackers had espionage objectives, but arrived at its conclusions with only moderate confidence. Either way, as I said before, whether it's a foreign false flag or an actual foreign military operation, it's the fact of the matter is I'm thinking about something else now, but let me focus on this first and I'll talk about the other thing I was talking about. But the fact of the matter is that this all goes back to Revelation, the 16th chapter, for the spirits working, spirits of devils working lies, roughly paraphrasing, leading the nations of the earth to that battle of the great day of the Lord Almighty. Just roughly paraphrasing here. You can read that for yourself. But either way, America, which is the virgin daughter of Babylon, right? And don't come at us saying, oh, hey guys, America's been hacked, so that means America's not the virgin daughter of Babylon. Man, you better stop. Don't even think about anything like that, man. You know, because you got people out there that literally come up and try to pull out anything to come against, the truth, because they got demons on them. And what I was gonna say, just because America has been hacked, if it is a real foreign operation, right? And America's been hacked and spied on by Israel tons of times and by its own allies and whatever, which you're not supposed to do. But these countries that do that, it's still not a foreign military operation where they're literally piercing through American cities with tanks and dropping bombs and artillery shells and using what do they call those missiles, whatever, cruise missiles, and destroying American ships. That never happened to America. There's never been an invasion of America. There's been invasions of China, but like Japan and like World War II and stuff like that. There's been invasions of all these other countries, but not to America. If you have the spirit to understand, you can see that America is the crown jewel of these nations. While America's top diplomat told his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi that Washington would take appropriate action in response to that, Beijing has dismissed the allegations, with the Chinese Foreign Ministry previously labeling them disinformation. So, it's very possible this group could be a proxy of a proxy group of China, but we really can't know for sure, man. We're not insiders. Alright, so this is Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 1. He said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. This is pretty much just Ezekiel's commission. And I was reading here in Halley's Bible Handbook. It continues on to the 3rd chapter as well. It's just Ezekiel's commission. Jeremiah had one, and so on and so forth. Pretty much a prophet being called, and pretty much being commissioned and told what they have to do, given their job and their orders. He said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to now to explain that too. We know that the prophets back then, like Ezekiel, so on and so forth, right? This is them doing the legwork. All right, they already did the legwork. The legwork's done. We have the scriptures. Right now, it's just up to us to break it down, through the Spirit, and tie it into today's events, right? Like Yahushua said, prophets that have been before thee of old, have wanted to see the things that you hear, want to see the things that you see, and we know that also the Spirit of Yahushua, the testimony of Yahushua, the witness and teaching and so on and so forth, is the spirit of prophecy. So just to put that out there, okay? So don't come at us, man. He said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, and transgressed against me, even unto this day. He said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. Okay, and that was back then in Ezekiel's time, right? But then also in our time, they're still rebelling. Our people are still rebelling, man, even to this day. They're getting vaccines and doing this and doing that. They're committing adultery. They're doing all kinds of shit. All right. For their impudent children and stiff-hearted, I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord power. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are rebellious house, yet shall they know that I have been a prophet among them. So when all things have been said and done, they shall know that a prophet has been among them. So, all this to say, all these hacks and stuff like that, which they are going to get worse. It's only just a foreshadowing things to come. Jacob's trouble, and us not being out there anymore. And this goes back to the famine of the word and so on and so forth. And pretty much there's going to be a time where we're just not going to be out there. You're not going to be able to watch GMS videos. Not going to be able to. So to all you people out there who if you have these questions about things and so on and so forth, hey man, you better take advantage now. Take advantage now and so to look into these things. So yeah, that's it. And Lord willing, you brothers out there were edified. You brothers and a few sisters out there were edified. Shalom. Come on.